Now, welcome to Camp Celebration Sunday. Can I get a woo woo? Woo woo? Oh yeah. Now, this is one of my favorite Sundays of the entire year because we like to show you guys how we worship Jesus and how we love the Lord more kids style. So, if you're a kiddo in the room, I want you to come on up to the front, or a youth student, come on up to the front. We're going to do a little dance. We're going to worship God the best way that we know how. Woo! Now, to all my parents and adults in the room, I just want to encourage you to watch these kids and have a similar childlike faith and to fully depend and worship God the way that these kids do, because truly, truly it's so inspiring. So we're about to hit it. We're going to sing a song that we all know and we all love called Sing of Your Love. All right, here we go. I've searched high and low. I never found a love that's better. So where else would I go? Your word will last forever. Hey. You're the way, you're the truth, you're the light that I choose. And nothing's gonna take you away. My light in the dark, hey. The king of my heart. Come on, say, I just wanna sing of your love. Hey. I just gotta sing of your love. Even though I did not deserve it, you set me free, so I'm free indeed. And now I'm walking in a greater purpose. You're the way, you're the truth, you're the life that I choose. And nothing's gonna take you away. My light in the dark, the king of my heart. Come on, shout! I just wanna sing of your love. Of your love. Oh, hey, your promises were proven in blood. Hey, you said it was done, and that's more than enough. I just want to sing of your love. Oh, hey, oh. Of your love. Shout it out! I just gotta sing of your love. Oh yeah, your promises were proven in blood. You said it was done, that's more than enough. Come on! I just wanna sing of your love. Whoa. Hey!
What is going on, More Church? How we doing today? Hey, today we are celebrating our Camp Celebration Sunday. We are talking about all the amazing things that God did at camp in these kids.
Hey, I'm here. Yeah.
Wait a second.
Whoa. Hey.
Wait, no, you're not supposed to be here. This is my
Here's
slot.
the deal, guys.
No.
I got something to say.
Hi, everybody.
It's Max Power in the
And
building.
Power, okay.
Michelle.
Greatest stuntman to ever live. Will always be the greatest stuntman. It's me, Max Power.
All right.
And
But here's the deal.
Michelle.
I have to do a stunt, okay?
Okay.
This is
What
the
are you gonna
biggest
do?
crowd I've ever been in front of.
Whoa.
And so I
Wait,
need
let me
to do
vlog.
the best stunt that I've ever done. I think I'm gonna strap myself to a rocket, okay? The biggest rocket with the most maximum amount of power, okay? It's gonna launch me into the atmosphere, but it's gonna detach about 3,000 feet in the air. Then I'm gonna be launched
3,000
even
feet.
further, about 80,000 feet into the atmosphere. I'm gonna skydive down. I'm gonna break through the ceiling of More Church into the baptism tank, get baptized because it's a Camp Celebration Sunday, and then do a cool trick on my awesome scooter.
I mean, I definitely
incredible.
think that'll get you a lot of views, a lot of clicks.
Right?
Kind of sounds like clickbait, though.
No, but I'm
you ask
actually
me.
doing it though. It's real.
Okay, can
though.
you actually do it?
Of course.
Okay.
I got you. Hey, okay, all right. Michelle, what's going on with
That's just
you?
a
That
taste.
was a
That's
little
just a taste.
anticlimactic. But I'm here because your people called my people. And I heard you wanted to book me again. So I'm here, I'm ready. I love a good mic. A little too comfortable up here. But yeah, I heard you wanted me to speak.
Yeah, well, so today...
About myself.
So today is actually our Camp Celebration Sunday, right?
Then
And
why
so-
would you book me today?
Stunt Sunday, right? Stunt Sunday?
No,
I
not
don't
Stunt
share.
Sunday. It's not Michelle Sunday. No, it's Camp Celebration Sunday. Guys, we are here
That's
to
awkward.
celebrate all the amazing things that God did in these kids and through these kids at camp, right? We're gonna have baptisms, okay? We're gonna have testimonies.
Wait,
We're
camp
gonna
was
have a
pretty
leader
cool.
panel. It's gonna be incredible. It's gonna be
Okay,
incredible.
but when do I come
Yeah,
in?
hey, this Sunday, this Sunday is not a Michelle Sunday.
Oh,
Hey, this Sunday
that's
is
awkward.
not a Max Power Sunday. Guys, we are here to only celebrate these kids and what God did in them at camp, all right?
Okay.
It's gonna be incredible, all right?
That's
So what
awesome.
we're gonna do is we're gonna have a leader panel, we're gonna have testimonies, we're gonna have baptisms, okay? It's gonna be awesome.
Hey, good morning, my little muchitos. It is I, Mucho Mas, and it is once again time for story time with Mucho. That's me. Well, I'm so excited to be here at More Church, and I wanted to talk to you guys about the incredible time that we had at camp. My name is Mucho Mas, but your pastor only gave me 2 minutes, so here we go. So we had to leave from the church here in Arlington, had to drive all the way to Houston, and we had 1 million people, a butt ton, and we only had 4 buses that we got to fit them on, so we had to squeeze them all in, but we ended up fitting, and we drove the buses, and we made it here to the campground in Houston. It was awesome. And so when we got there was this really tall guy, like a Goliath tall, like a giant. His name was Ty, and he had this little mustache. He had a little munchkin lady, woman, wife, whose name was Deli, that she went with him. And they were both our youth speakers. They were incredible. And for our kids speakers, we had, the first night it was Pastor Tim, and he did heart surgery or something. And then the next night it was incredible. It was Pastor Maddie, and she had a leaf blower. I thought she was going to do the yard work, but she showed them about the Holy Spirit. And then the last night it was Pastor Brady, and oh man, she was awesome. She talked about the calling and what they do with their lives, and it was incredible, man. Kids service is awesome. And during the kids services, they had some friends. There was this guy named Max Power that kept showing up, and his mom Mabel, she was there too. And then this flight guy, this pilot, his name was Darren. And then this science lady, her name was Michelle. And then this really cool rocker dude named Blaze. And then, of course, yours truly, Mucho, was there too. We were all in there in kids service. And we played the games there. There was this game called Poison. It was a trash can. They went around. We tried to knock people in. It was a crazy game. And there was another game called Powerball, where the one team tried to drop the balls in the trash cans, and the other team tried to stop them. It was crazy, man. And then there was this awesome game called the Grand Prix, where they ran around the teams, all of them around the whole campground, here, there, and everywhere. And the blue team ended up winning. It was awesome, man. And then they went around around the campground looking for this pink flamingo or these rubber chickens everywhere. Nobody knew where they are. There were these little silver things called bling blings that were worth lots of money. And while they were down there, the kids, they had a red and a blue and a green and a pink team. And then at the end of the week, it was the red team, man. And the youth also had those teams, and they all fought so hard. But at the end of the team, the winner was the blue team, man. Then it was time to go home, and it was a crazy story because we had to get all these people home, but it was raining, and there was a lot of flooding and stuff like that. And then the buses, man, there were 4 of them, but one of them got stuck in the mud, and the other 2 got lost, and then the other one, we don't even know where it was. But Pastor Trustin, when he pushed that out the mud, he got the other 2 buses, and he got everyone there, and we got everyone home. It was awesome, man. And so Camp Momentum was incredible. Maybe next year we call it like, I don't know, like Mucho Momentum. In 2026, it'd be awesome, man.
Good morning, more
What is
church.
up, more
Y'all are
you?
looking amazing. How's everybody doing this morning?
Is your mic on? No?
There we go. All right.
There we go.
I like how you did that first. Big John here. We want to welcome Little John. We have as
It's
well.
actually Big John than Little John.
Big
he just
John-
hasn't accepted that yet.
How about-
But I mean, we're getting there. We're working on it.
How about John Square? Is that pretty even? Does that work for y'all?
works.
All right, John
works,
Square.
that
We're both
works, that
named
works.
John. We like to match, as y'all can see. We want to thank you all for coming out again. We want to have everybody stand up in the room real fast. We like to do this with our kids before camp days start because, you know, it's a long day ahead. We got to warm up the bodies, right? So
Got to warm them up.
here at More Church, we like to know each other and be known. So you're going to get to know your body a little bit. We like to call these high knees. Everybody say high knee.
High knee.
High knee. I need to see everybody doing it. High
High
knee.
knee.
High
High
knee.
knee.
All right, now we got to warm up the upper body. We never know we're going to have to climb or anything like that. We like to call these church push-ups. Everybody put their hands like this. All right, we're going to do glory, praise, worship,
worship,
hallelujah.
hallelujah.
There we go. Now we're all warmed up, All right, now everybody reach for the stars. Reach as high as you can, lower, and take a seat. Awesome.
Okay,
Thank
y'all.
you guys. Thank you.
Hey,
What's
where'd
up?
you get that hat?
You like it?
Oh, I love the hat.
I like yours
I like
too.
the red. I like the Tom.
I like yours. It's kind of shining pretty
Okay.
bright on your head. Where'd you get yours
Yeah.
at?
I got mine right out those 2 doors right over there. It's
Here in
called
this
the Moore
building?
Store. Yeah, the Moore Store.
The Moore Store. What do they got over
Yeah.
there?
I mean, they got shirts, hats, keychains.
Keychain. Oh, the
Keychains.
whole wardrobe, huh? I'm gonna have to go over there and
Oh,
check it
yeah.
out. Got to get dripped out in some more merch.
Some more
merch. Awesome. Yes. So we want to, address the elephant in the room. As you guys can tell, we like to match just a little bit. He kind of took my name, John, but you can see these overalls, right? Pretty
had it
patriotic,
first.
pretty Americanized, right? What do we got going on next week?
I believe it's the 4th of July parade.
Oh, really? What's going
yeah.
on there?
So
Awesome.
it's no longer available for sign up, but you can join us in the crowd. We'd love to see all y'all's faces in the crowd this year.
Yep, y'all can take your lawn chairs, put them on the side. You guys can support us while we walk through the city of Arlington. Throw some candies at us. We'll probably have something to throw at y'all too. So yeah, we just want all y'all to come out, support us, support the city of Arlington. And yeah, 4th of July, so who doesn't want to be there, right? Awesome. So yes, we're gonna go over a quick video. If you guys haven't been able to see what we did at camp, we'll have a little recap. You'll see what a little insight was that. So yep, we'll go ahead and play that video.
Y'all enjoy.
We still believe here. It ain't dough that we need here. Long as he gon' be, we gon' eat, we won't leave here. Even if it's just me here. We don't call it deceased here. No, it made us. Bring your weak, bring your grief, and it's free. Come and see it. Yeah, your demons get weak here. There's no nominees here, no celebrities here. Silence the kings here. Hey, on me and my brodies. Revival going round in circles. Watch it, bro, it's loading. Glory on it, hold it. While the homie dying slowly. Me and the homies holding, sick of folding. Make us. So much dirt on me, so much dirt on me. All these perjuries, your presence is my surgery. Send me, oh Lord, I'm going all I see is your throne.
Oh my goodness. That was awesome.
Okay, that recap video, can we just give a shout out to the creative team? They were like top to bottom,
Shout
day and
out.
night, crushing it.
Crushing it. Guys, camp has been pretty awesome so far, huh? I mean, like, how y'all seen it or no? Wow, y'all are real quiet. Can we wake up really quick? Guys, we are at like the starting point of like all the beautiful testimonies we have today. So I need a little bit more energy from you. I thought we did a warm up just now. Like, come on now. All right, today, me and Miss Amy, I love Miss Amy. This is my girl. We go way back. And we're here to celebrate some really, really important people in the room. Now, if you were a leader that went to camp with us this year, would you do me a favor and just go ahead and stand up? Stand up.
Thank you,
Yes. Guys, these people standing up right now poured their blood, sweat, tears, every ounce, energy of every single moment into all of camp. And honestly, they are the real champions, the real MVPs, because they made sure your kids drank water. They made sure they got to the bathroom in time. Like there was this one moment, I was like, uh-oh, this kid, I don't know if he's gonna make it. And some leader just, come on, buddy, we're going. And just ran him to the bathroom. Like true MVPs. So thank you guys so much for giving your time, giving your energy, and coming and serving with us at camp this year.
Yeah. Speaking of MVPs, we actually have some here.
I know, that's
If y'all
right.
could make your way up, we've got a leader panel.
Come on, guys.
So we'd love to hear from you.
Look at them all nervous, like they didn't kill it in the first service. Like, what?
You know
Come
what
on,
it means
guys.
to be a grown-up that goes to camp is that you probably had to like pay to board your dog.
Oh, yeah.
And or your diabetic cat had to have someone come over to give shots. That is not cheap. But I know that's a real story. You can't even make that up, right? But these people and all the people standing up, they took time off work, time out of their schedules. They made arrangements for their responsibilities at home to happen without them. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. So now we get a time to talk.
We are gonna just interview a few of our friends over here. Now, we're gonna do a quick little all run around. You're gonna tell me what your name is, what team you were on and got to be a part of, and then you're gonna tell me like your favorite camp chant. Not like full thing, but like, give me something, all right?
And can we mix it up on them? So know that they were not ready for this. So this is gonna be real.
Put him on the spot. If not, you can tell me your favorite meal, but that's so boring. Come on now. All right, give it to me.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jay. I was the leader of the pink team. Where's my pink team at?
Hey, pink team.
Yeah.
They had a great chant.
My favorite chant from camp was "Just vote for pink team."
Just vote for the pink
Let's hear
team.
it, pink. Just vote pink. Anyone? No? Okay.
It was like,
That didn't work.
It was a whole song and dance. It was really good.
I don't remember it, you know.
Wow.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
Roasted.
So blue team won. But my name is Mason.
Hey, Mason.
I was not on a team. I was rec team this year. That was the best. Who has a whistle? Heck yeah. That's how you do it. That's how we do it. My favorite chant was the kids' blue team.
Uh-oh.
When we were at the pool, all they did was taught us how to spell blue, right? B-L-U-E. Emerson, I don't remember the rest, but that's all I remember. But it had me going all night. You could ask my wife. I was in the cabin. I was like, B-L-U-E. I was like, yeah, it was good. It was really good.
I love that.
Right, yeah, I'm Gage. Favorite chant for me was...
Wait, what team were you on?
Red team, I'm sorry, red team. Favorite chant for me was "We love Rec Team" because without Rec Team, there would have been no games.
That's right.
Why don't you give us, we love Rec Team.
Like, I like that. We're going to bring that into next year, too, huh? Come on now.
We like that chant, too.
All right,
Okay.
next.
Hey, my name is Gus, and I was part of the winning team, the red team.
Did y'all hear that? He made sure you knew he was on the winning team, the kids' red team. I heard that.
Favorite chant was R-E-D, red. Just like the blood he shed.
Oh, come on now. That definitely would have won some points. I'm sure it did. Super good.
All right, my name is Emerson. and I got the privilege to serve on the kids' blue team. And we had a couple really good chants, but the one that Mason was referring to was my favorite. What I loved about it is we kind of came up with it together, and one of the blue team girls was like, let's add a at the end. And that's just sealed the deal. So it was B to the L to the U to the E. Blue team has the victory.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
And then we finished it with B-L-U-E, B-L-U-E. So yeah.
Casey didn't know how to spell blue. Now you've got it. And if you don't, run it back. All right, next.
I'm Jennifer, and I had the privilege of...
Yes, Jen.
Thank you. I had the privilege of serving on the pink team.
Yeah.
And I would say that favorite chant would be any one of the ones that ended with "God will help us win today." We had a lot.
I heard a lot of those. I was like,
God was
hopefully
going to
he will.
help all the teams win today, so I don't know how he was going to make everyone win all at the same time. I don't know. But he does. I don't know.
He does something like that. All right, next.
I'm Angie, and I served on the youth red team. And my favorite chant was something that we came up with during one of the camp games, and it goes, momentum, momentum, red has momentum, momentum, momentum,
Whoa, red has momentum. Whoa.
That's right. It was good.
Whoa. Almost fell out. That was good.
Right.
All right, next.
What's up, y'all? I'm Melissa. I was on the kids' pink team. And I think what Jennifer was talking about, we did PINK. God will help us win today.
All right, come on now. Yes. Did God help you win that day?
We were fourth place of 4 teams. So, you know,
there was so
probably
many
my fault for a lot of that.
Y'all had
you
so
know.
many wins in like the spiritual wins.
100%.
Hey, come on now.
Yeah, there was one game that thought I was helping my team, and I was actually playing the game absolutely opposite, wrong.
Perfect.
Sorry, y'all.
Sorry to the pink team. All good though. All good. All right. Well, we had a lot of laughs. We had a lot of fun, hilarious things happen at camp, but we also had some really beautiful, intentional moments. And, you know, one of my favorite things about camp, and I'm sure some of you guys can agree, is that as much as it is pouring out into these students, God is also teaching us so much as leaders. And it's a really, really beautiful experience to be able to pour out and be receiving kind of at the same time. And so we're going to start with Jay right here. And I'm just going to ask you guys a couple questions. Jay, I know that you had some trepidation, some worry, some fear going into this camp being as it was your first year. But tell us how you overcame that. And then also tell us kind of some of the things that God showed you through that.
So going into camp, I was very nervous because I was going to be around kids for 4 days straight, every morning, every night. But before that, I really had to just stay in prayer just to know everything is okay. Camp isn't about me. I'm not going for me, I'm going for them. Even though God has shown me a lot in camp, just seeing all the kids worshiping and just learning stuff that I had to learn in my early 20s versus when they're 13 to 18. So yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I know that's right.
That was good. I know we just said that some people had to take off work and make arrangements for responsibility. So I looked over and saw my friend Emerson here. Y'all, he's an entrepreneur, CEO, head honcho, the jefe in charge of all the things. But he still made time to come with us, which is pretty awesome. What do you tell someone who's thinking, should I do this? Is this for me? What is your advice?
Absolutely. One thing is, there's worldly things. There's things that, that we have to take care of from a natural perspective. But then there's the kingdom things. And what you do in the kingdom has everlasting impact. And so for me, yes, it's a sacrifice, and we can look at it that way, but I prefer to look at it as obedience. Because when you do something in sacrifice, it becomes kind of about you. And like he just said, it's not really about us. So if we walk in that obedience and follow through, God's favor is going to be all over it. So I would just encourage you to go for it.
So good. You know, my friend Mason is the only one up here who's on the rec team. And I think that's something really, really interesting about rec team is that you kind of don't get these moments, you know, in the cabin, getting those like 2 a.m. deep conversations with these students who are just pouring out their whole life story to you. But we get to experience these really beautiful moments on the playing field and in the tabernacle and in these really aggressive game time moments where you think, maybe they're gonna kill each other. I hope not. But we get to see the beauty and like the light of Jesus and all that. So tell me about your perspective and kind of what it looked like as a rec crew member.
Yeah, so like you said, this is my first year ever doing rec. I've been in the cabin, as some of us leaders call it, like the trenches, you know? Staying up till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, just, hey, Harley, go to bed, dude. Like, come on, man, you know? Yep. No, and you know, I missed it. You know, this is my first year where my wife and my 8-month-old daughter and I were in the same room, and it was awesome. Going to bed at 10 o'clock every night. But, yes, it was great. Just saying.
Most people do not go to bed at 10 o'clock every night.
That was
However,
Finn's experience.
But yeah, you know, you missed out on a lot of these conversations, you know. I got to talk to Jay a little bit, and he was talking to some of the boys, and I was like, man, like, I missed that. But as you said, during these games, like, after I'm done yelling at Titus for squirting me in the face with a water gun or whatever it is, you get to see, like, exactly what we just saw the last 5 minutes of worship. These kiddos just took over. Mitch stopped singing, and then we just let them have it. And it's the same thing every day, every minute, every game during camp. The kids just took it all. Like, they were worshiping the Lord no matter what they were doing. If we were in the tab, that was the loudest I've ever heard kids scream for Jesus, ever. It was just beautiful to see every single day, every single minute of every day, like, they just carried the Lord on their shoulders with them. And it wasn't about like, I'm going to win this game. It was, yeah, we're here together and we're brothers and sisters and we're going to serve the Lord. It was pretty cool.
So beautiful. So beautiful.
That's awesome. I know we all know and love Mason. He is OG MC around here, but I actually got to meet some people for the first time at camps. It was a cool opportunity to get to know some people, and my friend Angie is one of them. So I did not know her before this last week, but she really came alive. There was this segment that McKinley brought this year that was brand new, and it was amazing, called Pick It Up and Preach. It was so good. You got an inanimate object, and you just like made a message with it, like Gatorade bottle, here we go. But Angie did great on that. So I'd love to hear what God did in you because I know it was something awesome.
Yeah, thank you. So if I can just sum it up into one word, I would say trust. So initially when I was asked to be a youth leader, I willingly said yes and had absolutely no idea what I was getting myself into. I didn't know what it was like to be a leader or what to expect, especially at youth camp. So I had this really high expectation of myself that I had to show up and be perfect, that I had to be the one that had it all together, have all the answers, because if I didn't, how could I show up and be impactful to someone if I wasn't perfect? And so what I realized when I went to camp is that I don't have to be perfect. I didn't have to have all the answers. What the kids really just needed was someone who encouraged them, someone who cared, someone who was available. And God worked in me through having an open and willing heart and really trusting in him, and he did the rest.
Yeah, I love that so much. So I know that several people today have said that they didn't know what to expect. They're brand new, right? So another perspective from someone who is first-timer, my friend Gus. I got to meet him this week too.
Thank you. You know, last year I saw my two boys come back from camp, and you know they were baptized shortly after. So I had to go and witness, you know, for myself what camp was all about, and had a few people convince me to go volunteer. Grateful for that. It was a great time, and you know what I saw from these boys, it was remarkable. I saw leadership from 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old boys. I saw, the Holy Spirit really working in them during worship. I saw them, be vulnerable towards one another. I saw them pray for each other, pray for the leaders. That was very touching. It brought me to tears several times. And, just the spiritual maturity that these kids have, the spiritual growth. I mean, it was incredible to witness. more so than adults. The things that they were praying for, wasn't for worldly things. It wasn't for a PlayStation. It wasn't for, the newest tennis shoes. They were praying for their loved ones, for you guys that were back home, for the struggles that they have at home. They were praying for one another. And, they were really just opening up their hearts. And it was a great setting. A lot of, competition, that spirit of competition in them, brotherhood. I mean, it was great. And, I got to learn a lot from these boys and just from the overall experience.
So good. Alyssa, I know you got to see more of the girls' perspective, and how did you see the Lord work through these kids, and then ultimately and also in your life as well?
Yeah, so being with kids, for a lot of them, it's the first time that they have been away from home, been away from mom and dad, and that creates some anxiety, some fear, some nervousness. But the fact that they were able to kind of push through that and just go into service, and even in the games and everything, just really surrender and be fully present at camp in the midst of that fear and anxiety was just such a powerful testimony to me. Just a perfect depiction of what childlike faith is and what it should look like. And it spoke to my heart a lot about why, if I feel fear or anxiety, do I shrink into myself rather than fully surrendering to what God has for me? And watching them do that was incredible.
I love that. I love hearing from the leader perspective, because I was really touched by how intentional the grown-ups that came to camp were. It was really sweet and really touching. So one of the cool things is Gage's first year this year. So now that he has gone through a year of camp, I thought he might have some advice or some takeaways that he could share with us on, if you think you might want to go, what should you do?
Yeah, so advice, don't forget your deodorant. Don't be that guy. If you were in any of the parent meetings, deodorant is in all caps. They repeat it like 17 times. It's very important,
You may or may
guys.
not be speaking from experience.
Yes, I am speaking from experience. And then for me, if you're on the fence of, is this for me, or if you missed this year and you're having regrets, Mucho Momentum is next year, 2026. Go ahead, say yes. It's worth it. Like much of the other people have said, watching the kids like day one in worship versus day 3 in worship, to see that growth, to see that engagement, and to see that surrenderance to God in front of you. And I experienced it with my kids as well. And to see that fruit at home after camp, it's life-changing.
I love that. And that's awesome. Jennifer knows I saved the best for last right here. She's so mad because she said, I'll be okay if I don't go first or last, and then I made her go last. But what I love is several people said, I know camp's not about me, but what's so cool is it's also for you. And so I'd love to hear what God did in Jennifer's life this last week at camp. Not last week, but you know what I mean.
Hey, everyone. So a lot of you will know me as Jordan and Jackson's mom. Yes, shout out to them. But what you may not know is that we are also parents to a young adult. And 20 years ago, I was faced with a really, really difficult decision to protect the physical well-being of herself and me, and the emotional capacity of everybody involved. And faced with that choice, I made my choice. And I've been walking in shame and guilt for the last 20 years. I was on the outside looking in of my daughter growing up. So I felt in no way capable of leading these youth girls because I wasn't able to do it my first time with my oldest. So I felt incredibly disqualified and so broken, and my heart was so filled with shame that there wasn't any space for anything else. And created a lot of divisions with our family and my ability to mother. But I did not expect to be uncomfortable as I was. I was going to make my daughter more comfortable. And he made me really, really uncomfortable so that he could make me more comfortable. So I was so moved and broken by night 2 that I actually ended up reaching out to my daughter. And so we are on the path to healing. That's been 2 decades in the making. So I'm so grateful that he broke me and let out some of the shame so that I could let some of the good stuff in.
Got me that time.
So good, so good, so
She
beautiful.
got me that time, McKinley. I couldn't tell. I couldn't handle it.
I know. I knew she would. So good. Thank you guys so much for sharing kind of what God did in your life and what you saw God do in the students' lives. It's so powerful. It's so powerful. Thank you for your yes. Like genuinely, thank you so much for saying yes, for sweating and saying yes, for crying and saying yes, for yelling as loud as you can and saying yes. It meant so much to all of our students and to us. So thank you so much. I have one last question before you guys go. We're going to rapid fire, starting with Gus. I want to know, if somebody asked you if they should go to camp next year, what would you say? And are you planning on going again?
I would say yes, and I would go again only if my wife joins me.
Oh, come on now. Come on now.
Yes, you should go, and yes, I will be there again next year.
With his deodorant. Hey, come on now.
Yes and yes. Absolutely.
Period.
Yes, 100% to both.
Amazing.
Absolutely, 100%. I won't miss it.
Oh.
Yes, you should go, and yes, I'm going next year.
Yeah.
This is absolutely the best yes
Aw,
that you could actually
so
ever
good.
have.
Yeah. Talk to us.
Absolutely, 100% yes. Go for it. Be obedient if you feel the calling. Something I found out in my life is when you separate some time for God to move, He will 100% show up, not just for you, but for the kids. And it's amazing.
So, so good. Can you guys give it up one last time for my fellow leaders? Thank you so much for sharing with us today. Man, God moved so much, and we're about to get to one of my favorite parts of service today, where we get to hear the stories of more campers, more leaders, more people that their lives got radically changed at camp. And so I'm really excited to hear, are you?
Oh yeah, so stoked because guess what? There's more.
There's so much more. So check out this video and probably shed a tear or two.
Hi, my name is Abby King. I've started coming to youth when I was in 4th grade. I used to come very consistently. Every Wednesday I would bring my best friend. But this past year, I kind of felt like I wasn't really good enough. And so I stopped coming to youth this year. But I kind of felt a tug, and I was like, hey, like from God saying, hey, you need to go to camp. Like, this is your time. Before I came to camp, I felt like I was a disappointment. I didn't have a lot of friends, alone. On the second night, I got a word from God, release. That was the first time I ever heard anything from God. I don't know what release means, but I know that He will allow me to understand what release means. I kind of feel like a peace. Just as soon as we walked in these doors, I kind of felt a peace. I'm not really, the distractions are gone, just like the emotions are just gone. And when I leave camp, I'm gonna be restored, I'm gonna be new, I'm gonna have new God-centered relationships and friendships. And I pray that when I leave camp, I can help restore my family and help restore my friends. And I just want to be a new person for God.
My name is Leland. This is my 2nd year at youth camp, and I came in with some anxiety and some struggles. But then after praising the Lord and worshiping with my whole heart, the Lord gave me a sense of peace over my life, and now I'm able to live in the fullest of His love.
My name is Gage, and this is my 1st year at camp. And one of the things that I experienced breakthrough on in camp is the identity that I have in Christ now. So I grew up in a split household, so there's 2 different sides of my life. There's the life where, I'm raised in the Lord and we follow the ways of the Lord, and there's the life that we do whatever we want and we just kind of have fun and do our own thing. So a lot of times I would have to choose between these 2 and try to balance these 2. But at church, I experienced breakthrough in a way through prayer, and just through the words of different leaders that I got close to and different friends that I met throughout the camp. And it just taught me to be strong in Christ and to lean on the Lord for the encouragement of not doing these things and not being around these environments and not hanging around these people, and to stand on what God has taught and to keep the momentum that you get through the breakthrough and just to live your life how God wants you to live it.
Hi, my name is Steven, and this is my 1st year in youth camp, and During worship and service, God taught me how to pray for others and encourage them. And he also told me that he wanted to lead me good ways instead of bad ways. And Ty also told us that good friends are better than crazy friends because good friends will lead you to doing good and successful things, and bad friends and crazy friends won't.
Hi, my name is Riley. Growing up, I always went to church. I was a really big church kid, but I always knew God as like a God of wrath and a God of rules. And it wasn't until I came to Moore my sophomore year that I realized that he's a God of love and a God of peace. And so I really started to grow into that. I got saved that year. And due to like family circumstances, I wasn't able to come to youth for a year and a half. So I was really just seeking God in the secret place for a really long time. I got a call to ministry. I went to a conference. I got the call to just take the next step. But I've always really wanted to have my own little public declaration that I am living for God. I grew up Catholic, but I really never got to like have that own declaration myself. My expectation going into camp was I just want to have a new encounter. I want to have the baptism of the Holy Spirit. And we were doing Devo time with Tiffany yesterday morning. And we were praying over each other and our expectations. We were talking about baptism with the Holy Spirit. And I was like, wait, I just want to get baptized. But I knew I wasn't going to be able to come to Camp Celebration. And so yesterday, right before service, I got Tiffany and 2 other people, and we snuck into the lagoon. I got baptized right before service. I feel so brand new, and I'm just super excited for all the things that are to come and just see how God works. So yeah, camp changed my life.
My name's Lyric, and we did a big move from California to here. And then about a year later, my parents decided that they really wanted to get into church. I didn't really even want to get into it. But as I've been going, it was about a few months ago where I decided, I was like, okay, I think this is something I want to get into. I want to get to know God more and grow my relationship with him. Recently, it's been a little bit more of a struggle because I didn't heard anything. So I didn't even know if I wanted to come to camp because I hadn't heard from God yet, and I was going to youth, I was going to church on Sundays, I was trying to listen for him. And I hadn't heard anything yet, so I was getting a little frustrated. And then I wasn't gonna go on the Wednesday before camp, and then Pastor Brady, she convinced me into going. And the first night, it was great, worship, the service was awesome. I still hadn't heard anything yet, so I was like, okay. And then the second night, I was really trying to hear something. And then on the third night during worship, I wouldn't say I heard anything, but I had this feeling during a song. I just felt relieved, but also I felt excited and happy. And I knew that was the Holy Spirit trying to talk to me. And then in that moment, I was like, I want to get baptized, and I want to do that. And then not even 2 minutes later, they were asking if you wanted to sign up to get baptized. And from here on out, I want to grow my relationship with God. I don't know exactly what that looks like yet, but I'm excited.
Hi, my name is Natalie. I've been to church for about 3 years. This is my second time at camp, and what God helped me with is that He's helped me know that I've had a family, and that some of the things that happened in my life are not my fault, and that He loves me and I'm never alone. Okay, I got to make new friends. I had fun that whenever we went swimming, because I got to go on the green slide and the blue slide, it was fun. The green slide was more harder than the other one because the blue one was more gentle. And you had to lay down and go like that with it. And I'm so glad that I got to go to camp and that I have this and
So good. Guys, welcome to Camp Celebration. We are so excited that you're here. This is one of my absolute favorite parts of Camp Celebration, where we get to baptize our students. But before we move forward, if you gave in any way, if you sponsored a kid, if you prayed, if you came as a leader, would you just stand up in the room, please? Just go ahead and stand. We just want to honor you. Yes, give it up, give it up. Because what's true is everything that you've seen and everything that you're about to hear is your fruit. Thank you so much for investing in the next generation, because camp truly would not be what it was without your yes and without your belief in the next generation that's building up. Can I tell you, they are not the church of tomorrow. They're the church of today. They really are changing the world already. And we're kicking it off strong with my girl, Ava. One thing about Ava is that she has the most beautiful smile in the world, and her little dimples are just perfect. She never meets a stranger. She always makes everyone feel loved and seen. So good job, Mom and Dad. She's a wonderful little girl. Ava, I know that the Lord did something in your life at camp. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what Jesus did?
He's healed me through my sickness, and he's never left my side when I had fear, and now I'm ready to take this next step to get baptized.
That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. He's healed you. He's protected you. And can I tell you, he's going to keep doing that your whole entire life. So never stop trusting and believing in him. We are honored to get to baptize you today, Ava. We're so proud of you, Ava. Next up, we have Miss Natalie. Come on in here, Miss Natalie. If you've ever met Natalie before, you know that she has the joy of the Lord in her heart. She is the most encouraging smile you'll see. She's the best hugger. If you've ever hugged Natalie, she's like got the best hugs already. And also, the Lord speaks so clearly to her. There's been so many times where I've been having a hard Sunday where Natalie comes up to me and she's like, "Hey, Miss Brady, I just wanted to let you know Jesus loves you and he's proud of you." And I'm like, oh, it's so good. She's already a pastor. And so what I know is the Lord did something in your heart at camp. Do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
My name is Natalie Hernandez. What Jesus has done for me, he helped me know that I have a big family at Moore Church, and I am so loved, and Jesus loves me. For me, getting baptized means I am making a promise to God that I will try not to sin or sin and follow the 10 Commandments. To me, what it means to me to be a Christian is there is only Jesus is God, and there is only one true God. When you are a Christian, you read the Bible to learn and show the fruit of the Holy Spirit and share the heart of God with people.
That's so good. I'm so proud of you. She already knows what it looks like to walk in the fruits of the Spirit, and she has them all already. It's so beautiful. Natalie, before we get you down there, okay, I want you to take a look around. All of these people right here. All of these people are here for you. For you too, Mom and Dad. We're here for you too. We're all a big family, and we love you so much, and we are so excited to get to baptize you today. Next up, we've got Miss Selah. Miss Selah, I am so excited for you today. Every time she comes into youth on Wednesdays, she always meets every single person with a smile, gives the best hugs everyone, introduces herself to everyone. She never meets a stranger, and it's the most beautiful thing because it's just Jesus shining directly through you, and that's such a gift that he has for you. And I know that he did something so beautiful in your life at camp, and I want you to share a little bit of it with us.
What was it again?
What did Jesus do in your life at camp?
So he moved my heart. Before I went to camp, my heart, He changed it. He moved it. He made me feel like a better person. Whenever my first night at camp, worship, I actually felt something touch my heart, and it was the Holy Spirit. And the next day, I felt God come stand right next to me whenever I lifted my hands. And the other day, I felt all God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit be right next to me and say that everything was okay. Yeah.
That's so beautiful. I love that so much. And how old are you, Selah? How old are you? She's going to be 13, and she already knows what the voice of God sounds like, what it feels like to be with the Holy Spirit, and that's such a cool thing. And I just encourage you to keep going and keep pushing because I know He has such a special gift on your life. We're all so proud of you, and we are honored to baptize you today.
Let's go. I've got my friend Ibun here. She's going to share with you just a little bit of her testimony at camp this past week.
Hello. Hi. Yeah. I got all this written down, so organization and everything. All right, so before I came to camp, I was in a really dark place. I've been struggling with depression, anxiety for the last few years to the point that a couple months ago, earlier this year, I tried to take my life. And for a long time, I was really angry at God. I was just wondering why it was me, like why He wouldn't help me, why He wouldn't heal me, all those other things. It felt like He wasn't answering me. And I felt unheard and alone. And the silence made me very bitter. And I started to question God. But the truth is, I never really gave Him the chance to speak. Life was moving really fast for me. I was always distracted. Scrolling was my vice, running from one thing to the next and pretending I was fine when I really wasn't. I kept waiting for God to shout above the noise, but I wasn't willing to slow down and actually listen. Then I came to camp, and suddenly all the noise was gone. There is no Wi-Fi at camp, y'all. So literally there's a spot on the stairs that you're like, you have it for a second. I had no endless to-do list, no distractions, just me, the stillness, and God. At first it was very uncomfortable, and it forced me to feel what I'd been avoiding. But over time, I started to hear something. It wasn't a loud, booming voice, but it was a quiet whisper. God was speaking to me. He didn't give me all the answers I wanted, but instead, He gave me something I didn't expect. He gave me a purpose. One night, as I was praying and worshiping, I hear Him say, "This is for a reason. I've got you. And that one day, I'm gonna help a kid who struggled just like me." The moment hit hard. I knew then that He was calling me to children's or youth ministry, to walk alongside other kids and teens who are hurting and who feel like God is silent or who need someone who can understand. Camp didn't erase all of my struggles. I still have tough days, but now I know that my pain isn't pointless. God is using it. He wasn't ignoring me. He was waiting for me. And when I finally slowed down enough to listen, He met me with a calling I never saw coming. So I'm very grateful for camp.
So good, so good. Thank you, Ibun.
We love you, Ibun. That's so beautiful. She's up there preaching her pain wasn't pointless. Like, come on, come on. Okay, we've got my friend Kenzie with us. Are you ready, Kenzie? Kenzie is so talented. She brings joy. She knows how to dance. She does the motions. She can do like 45 backflips in a row too. It's so incredible. The Lord has given you so many gifts, and I know that He put something special on your heart at camp. So can you tell me a little bit, what did Jesus do in your life at camp this year?
So it was my first year of camp, and Jesus cleaned me out at camp. During worship, I felt Him holding my hands, and I feel Him so much in my heart now, and He told me my purpose, and that's why I want to get baptized.
That's so beautiful, Kenzie. Kenzie said He cleaned her out and He gave her her purpose. That's so beautiful. I'm so proud of you. We're all so proud of you, and we are honored to get to baptize you today. Next, we have my friend Angie. Miss Angie's gonna come up in here. I'm so excited for Angie today. You know, Angie is one of the sweetest little girls that I have ever met in the whole entire world. She's so kind. I saw her all throughout camp, sitting with people, talking to people, making new friends. It was so beautiful. I know you had fun at camp, didn't you, Angie? Yeah? What did Jesus do in your heart at camp this year?
Since this year's camp, the Holy Spirit has been inside of me. So now that I think about it, I'm going to be closer to God.
That's so beautiful. So beautiful. She wants to be closer to the Lord because the Holy Spirit is in her. And that is so wonderful. We're so proud of you. And we're so excited to baptize you today, Angie.
Next up, we've got my friend Vitaly. Everybody give it up for Vitaly. Tell them a little bit about what happened at camp.
Hello, y'all. So this year was my first year ever going to camp. I've never been away from my family or anything like that for more than a day. And I went with not knowing anyone, like friends, because I'm usually talking to the leaders. But the day we came, I met my friend Abby. She's not here right now, but I met my friend Abby, and we just started talking like right off the bat. Like we were best friends at that point. On the way to camp, we were talking the whole entire time, and that's when I knew that friendship was from God. And I never had a friendship that God has given me, like God-centered. And whenever we were at camp, like camp was so fun. Worship, like that was my time, McKinley. It was so fun, like feeling the joy of the Lord. But before I went to camp, some things happened at home, and I felt like I was worried about that. And I was praying over the situation at home, but then I didn't realize that I needed to be prayed over myself. And during the second day, I was praying, and I just felt a sense of relief coming, like rushing within me. And that's when I knew, like, the Holy Spirit, God was there with me, and He was letting me know, like, I'm okay, like, you got it. Don't pressure yourself to do anything that you don't want to do. Like, prioritize yourself. And I just felt really good about it because I didn't expect camp to be what it was. I thought we were just going to be playing games and just like an hour or two of worship and service. But no, I felt like for me, camp was all about worship and service. Like, last service was the best service we've ever had, and I really felt the joy of the Lord come within me and throughout everyone. And yeah, that's what.
So good.
So good, V. We love you so much. Next, we've got my friend Harley. Now, Harley has great hair, number one. That's the first thing I know. Harley's been in More Youth for a little bit, a long time. And what I know about you, Harley, and what I've watched in you is that you draw people towards you. People are attracted to that joy that you carry. Every time I saw you at camp, people were laughing around you. Nobody was ever bored. It was always fun. And that's a gift. And I want you to know that. I want you to know that the Lord has something special for you. So don't discount it. Just being a kind and good friend, that's such a gift. And that's what you are. You're a great friend. I watched you be a good friend all camp. So don't ever discount yourself from it, because He has something super special for you, okay? And I know He did something in your heart. And so now that I'm going to stop talking, I want to hear what Jesus did in your life at camp.
He basically showed me, like, the way. And basically, I need to be on His path. And I feel like this is the next step I need to take. And I need to put everything in the past behind me and not worry about it.
So good, Harley. And what's true is like the past is in the past. When you go down and you come back up, completely new, clean slate. Like no reason to look back, no reason to feel any guilt or shame. It's a new you today, okay? We're honored to baptize you today. Oh no. Friend, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I love you so much. God has so many things for you. Brand new. Doesn't matter. Brand new. I'm so proud of you. We're always here for you. This is your whole entire family. We couldn't be more honored to call you a friend and to know you in your heart. You have such a beautiful heart. And I know that the Lord did something so incredible in your life at camp. And so I want you to tell me a little bit about it.
Okay. So on the first night during worship, I was worshiping and I just kept getting this like reminder of like the baggage I had and burdens I had. I felt guilty and shameful about it, and I just couldn't stop thinking about it, and I started like crying. And so I went to Ryan and I talked to him about it, and I just felt so much like relief that I was speaking about it, and like just having prayer about it. And then also just the love I felt from all of the leaders and people. I kept getting told I was spoiled. And it's just, I mean, it was true, and it's just like a reflection of like how much God loves us, and like God spoils us in his love. And I also feel like this is just something I needed to do because I've changed so much in the past year. When I started high school, I started smoking a lot to feel like, I guess because I just didn't want to feel and to fill a void. And I stopped smoking in September, and I've also just met such a great community and like made so much good and better friends.
Andrew, we're so proud of you. I believe and I know that this is a brand new day for you, that as soon as you come up out of the water, you're clean, you're pure, you're made whole. Like, we believe in progressive sanctification here, and each day is another step. And we're so proud of you. We love you so much, and we're honored to baptize you today.
Let's go. Proud of you, Andrew. Hey, next up, I've got my friend Victor. But first, we've got a little chant that he came up with. Verde, 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 verde,
verde. ¡Viva la verde! All right, so
back to our program, you know?
All right, so first when I didn't want to go to camp at first, and I was scared, and you know I had all these troubles that was going on, and you know, and then when I went to camp, I just felt a connection with God, and like he was talking to me, and And then this year, my second year, Austin, he helped me, go through what I was going through. He helped me, he talked to me and said, yeah, and
It's good, bro.
And yeah, so over here, over there, I felt more connection with God than ever before, and I just, He's worthy,
Yes.
and whenever I pray to Him, He always answers and gives me what I need, not what I want, what I need.
Yeah, buddy.
Come on, Pastor.
Come on, Vic. Preacher in the making right here. Thank you for sharing, Victor.
Come on, Pastor. We're so proud of you, Victor. We love you. Okay, now I've got my friend Isaiah. Isaiah, I'm so proud of you, really. Watching you grow in youth the past few months has been so cool and it's been so beautiful. You were a little bit shy when you first got here, but now this guy does not meet a stranger, let me tell you. And he will not let you walk past him without him saying, "What's up? How are you?" He's so intentional, and I'm so honored to be your friend, and I know the Lord did something so cool in your life at camp, so I want you to tell us a little bit about it.
Before I went to church, I used to hang out with the wrong group of friends and got myself stuck into bad situations. I said bad stuff and came to camp, and I feel like I got a calling to be something different.
That's so beautiful, Isaiah. That's so beautiful. And it's true. He has a great calling for your life. So keep pushing, keep asking, keep seeking him, because he's faithful and he's going to tell you exactly what it is. We're so proud of you and we're so honored to baptize you today. Next up, we've got Big Brother John getting in the tank. You may have heard him introduce himself as Big John. This is Big John. He got to be a part of Rec Crew this year. He was a leader at camp. And what's true is, like, you're a leader anywhere you go. Like, don't listen to what anyone else says. Don't listen to the lies, because God has a great calling on your life. The way that you led the kids at camp was so cool to see. I've never seen someone do it with so much joy and passion and like genuine care for the next generation, and excited to wear cut off American flag overalls. Like, that is a package. That's a threat right there. And what's true is, like, when you fully step into it, the devil's going to be scared of you. So don't be afraid to step into it. When you go down and come up today, completely clean slate. Don't listen to the lies. Shame is not from the Lord. Right? He has such a cool thing for your life, John, and we're honored that we get to be a part of this today. And so I know the Lord did something in your life. I want you to tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so I went in as a leader thinking, it's just for the kids, not going to learn anything out of it. Before the camp, I was a real closed-minded person. I have a lot of pride that I feel like I could do it all on my own. I feel like I could, overcome any type of situation, overcome any type of loneliness on my own. Moving here, has just changed everything. It's changed my perspective on community. These two guys right behind me, you, McKinley, Easton, just taught me that, we're all going through life at the same pace. We're learning things on our own, and, my plate isn't too big to bring to God, and my pride isn't any type of match against him. So it's just something that I got to lay down before him. It's something that I got to, dig deep into my heart and let this pride that it's just separating me from beautiful relationships. And like Ty said, step into it scared. So this is me just, coming to him and surrendering, because I know I haven't been living the right life, and it's not the joy and this unexplainable peace that I felt at camp. It's just something I just want to keep on forever. So this is me stepping in. Yes, ma'am.
This is it. This is your first step. Do it scared, and you're doing it. You're doing a great job. Give yourself all the grace, because it's just the next step, and the next step, he has something super cool for you, John, and we're so excited to be a part of it. We're honored to baptize you today.
The double dunk. All right now, Ty. Proud of you, John. Hey, next we've got Miss Liliana. Come on up. Would you just share with us a little bit about what God did at camp this year?
So I wasn't planning to come up here today because last year I did it and I just didn't want to come up here again. But last year I just felt so close to God. I just felt like I was always just so close to Him. But then school started again, and I just was hanging around the wrong people, and I just got so far away from Him. And I started getting into bad habits. And so then camp came around. All my friends were just so excited, and I wasn't really excited because I didn't think I deserved to go for all the stuff that I did, and I just had all that guilt in my heart. And so it was the first, we got there, and I just was so worried. I was like, I shouldn't be here. Like, I just have so much guilt in my heart for all the things I did. I shouldn't be here. And because also all my friends have moved up to youth, I'm like, okay, I only have a couple friends. This is not going to be that. It's going to be whatever. So it was the first night. I remember we were worshiping, and I just felt so heavy on my heart because of all that guilt that I had. But all that guilt that I had that day, it was just slipping away, and that was the best feeling ever because I didn't have to worry about it no more. I didn't have to always think about it, and it was just really the best feeling. And now I just feel so much better for all that guilt off my heart.
Come on, that's amazing. He loves you so much, and He has so much grace for you. Thank you for sharing.
This is my friend Harley. Everybody say hi, Harley. Harley's been with us for a few years now, and I love Harley so much. She has the most tender heart, and I know the Lord did something super powerful in her life. She's a little nervous, but she's got all the confidence and all the boldness, and she's going to share her heart with us today. So, Harley, why don't you tell us a little bit about what the Lord did in your life at camp?
So about 2 years ago, I found myself in very uncomfortable situations that I didn't know what to do or how to move on from it. I felt lost, and I felt so ashamed of myself, and I pushed myself away from God for so long because I thought He didn't love me anymore because of what happened. And ever since what happened, I always felt the need to do things to help cope with it. And I always felt the need of feeling validated by people, by anybody in my life that I never got because I wasn't able to share what happened. And honestly, it came to the point where it made me feel like I wasn't enough to be loved by anybody, even my family, because of what happened. I spent countless nights crying because I felt so guilty of what happened. My anxiety started to get worse. I started feeling very depressed, and it came to the point where I felt like I wasn't enough to be here anymore. And that's when I decided to come to More. And when I decided to come to Moore is when I learned that I have a family around me. No matter if it's just my friends or if it's the people that I came and I met at Moore, like Brady and Haley. So when I went to church camp, I came in very nervous about talking about everything, just getting to know people. But every day at church camp is when Jesus came to me every single service and kept telling me to push past it and that he's got me. The one thing he kept saying to me every day was peace, and I never understood why until the very last day of camp. To me, when he kept saying that to me was that it's because now that I finally talked about it with people, I was able to, peace was about to be brought over me.
Yeah, it's really good.
And I have felt it the very last day of camp, right before we were about to leave, with all the friendships that God gave me during camp and getting to talk about what happened into very deep detail. And I learned that no matter what I did, he still loves me to this day. And there's no point of feeling ashamed of what happened. So I'm very thankful that I got to talk about this.
What I love so much is what Harley said, is that no matter what you've done, the Lord still loves you. And that's something that he wants us to know and grab onto and not just be like, oh yeah, whatever, but like actually know in our hearts that no matter how far you've gone, no matter what you've done, you've never done too much for the Lord to love you. And he is so honored to get to love you. Harley, we're so proud of you. We're so thankful that you're a part of our family here. This is all your family right here. It's so beautiful. We're all a family here, and that's one of my favorite things about Moore Youth is that we all rally around each other, that there's never a student that's by themselves. There's never a student that's alone. As a matter of fact, Harley, my little sister, got to come to camp this year, and Harley was one of the first people that grabbed her and was like, come on, girl, let me introduce you to some people. So it's so sweet, and Harley, we are so honored to get to baptize you today. Next, we have Miss Lily that's getting baptized. Miss Lily is going to go ahead and come on up here. Lily started coming to Moore Youth a few months ago, maybe almost a month or so now. And the first thing I noticed about Lily when she came through the doors was her smile. It's so beautiful. It's so contagious. And what I love so much about Lily is this was her first year at camp, but she did not waste any time. I mean, this girl was competitive. She was like, the green team will win. This is what we are doing. But we've loved getting to know you, Lily, and getting to watch you flourish at camp was so beautiful, so beautiful. And I know that the Lord has something so special for you. And I know that he did something in your heart at camp. And I'd love it if you'd share with us just a little bit about what he did.
Okay, so about a year-ish ago, whenever I was just getting out the 9th grade, I started hanging around the wrong type of people, wrong friends, made a lot of bad mistakes, hung around too many bad people. I ended up meeting my now best friend. She's so great. She led me, I would say, out, but not out. We had a very toxic friendship. We would argue and fight almost every day and then pretend nothing ever happened. But I do thank her for one thing. She brought me to church, which was here. And I am forever thankful for that. But we ended up not being friends anymore and just finding our way away from each other because of issues that happened. But I decided to come to Moore Youth one Wednesday night. And that's where I met Miss Tiffany, the most amazing woman ever. And she was like, are you coming to camp? And I was like, no, I didn't even know that y'all were having camp. And she's like, you're coming to camp. And I was like, okay. So she signed me up for camp. And I'm so, so thankful that I got to go to camp because the first night I felt Jesus talk to me. And the first night is when I asked Jesus to come to my heart. And I asked to be saved. I'm so forever thankful that I did because it was the most amazing experience ever.
So proud of you, Lily. That's so beautiful. What I love so much is that Lily didn't waste any time jumping in. She just said, God, it's me. I'm here. And the Lord met her exactly where she was. And he has so many beautiful things. He doesn't care about all that happened. That's old. And when you go down today and come back up, you're brand new. So don't even look back, because he's got so much ahead for you, Lily. You're going to do so many wonderful things. And we are so honored to get to baptize you today. Now I've got my girl Mariah here with me. I've been knowing Mariah for a while now. And one thing about Mariah is she radiates the joy of the Lord. Like anywhere Mariah is, there's a party, it's loud, it's fun. And I know it's a gift from Jesus. And I know that the Lord did something in your life at camp, and I can't wait to hear about it.
Growing up, I felt really lost, and I had a lot of traumatic things happen to me in the past that triggered a whole bunch of mental issues. I was sad all the time, and I thought maybe relationships with like other people could fix that. So I tried to fit in, but I fit in with like all the wrong people, especially being in a 3-year relationship that pulled me further from God. Then I even thought that it would. It pushed me into anxiety in a place that I didn't want to be in. During that relationship, I would find myself sitting at night and just crying and praying to God and asking him why this had to happen to me and why I couldn't just be happy where I was. Eventually, we broke up and things started changing for the better. Everything started to shift the summer before my senior year. I was working at a VBS and I was helping with the kids. And I felt something change. I was doing worship with the kids and I just started crying. I saw how pure their joy and their faith was. And I wanted to start having that close relationship with God too. When I went to church camp this past year, that's when it really hit me. God broke chains I didn't even realize I'd been carrying. The pressure to be perfect, the fear of being judged, the anxiety that used to weigh me down every single day. He just lifted it all off of me. Since then, God has brought so much light into my life. He's placed so many people around me, real friendships that help me grow in him and feel seen and loved. And though I still struggle sometimes, I don't sit and drown in my anxiety like I used to. Now I pause and I talk to God and I remind myself what he says about me, not what the world does.
That's so beautiful. That's something we can all take away. She still has bad days, but now she doesn't stop and let it all overtake her and let it get in her brain and in her mind. But she reminds herself, wait, that's not what my dad says about me. That's not what God says about me. It's absolutely beautiful. We're so proud and we're so honored to get to baptize you today, Mariah. And what I love is that she said the thing that she noticed about the kids, the pure joy, the childlike faith, is exactly what the Lord has gifted back into her. There is so much joy anywhere that you are. Like, it is never boring around Mariah. It's always light and uplifting, and that's a gift. So don't let anybody take that away from you. We're honored to get to baptize you today. First off, if you don't know Dominic, you should, because he is the most encouraging guy I've ever met. Every single Sunday, he's like, "What's up, Miss Brady?" Gives me a hug. It's the best part of my day. And what I know about Dominic is that he has a special calling on his life, that the Lord has placed it on his heart. And I know he did something in your life at camp this year. Can you tell us a little bit about what Jesus did?
So Jesus has done a lot of things in my life, and I feel like going to camp is one of them because I remember him talking to me. And I feel like he's done so many things in my life, and I just want to do something to give back to him.
So beautiful, Dominic. That's so beautiful. Jesus has done so much in his life that he just wants to do something to give back to the Lord. And can I tell you, the Lord is so proud of you today. Jesus is looking down like, that's my guy. He's smiling at you. He's so proud. I know Mom and Dad are so proud, and we are honored to get to baptize you today.
Let's go. Last but surely not least, my friend Josiah George. Come on now. Share a little bit about what God did at camp this year.
Howdy, y'all. So, I've been coming to More Church for about 7 years. I've been going to camp every year. So, he's done multiple things throughout my life. He brought friends into my life because I used to be what I call the shadow kid. I would stay in the back, stay in the shadows, not really participate in anything. But this year, he spoke something to me that I wasn't really expecting. He told me, lend your strength and love those around you. I didn't really know what that meant at first. Spent the next few days. This was night one, just for reference. So I spent the next few days just praying about it. Couldn't really figure it out. And then the last night, God just said, "Be with them." Still kind of interpreting that as well, but I'm just gonna follow what He tells me, and well, I like serving in 456 with those kids. Love those kids, so just gonna be with them.
Thank you, Josiah.
We're literally fighting over you, Lyric. Brady, I know you want to hype him up.
I do. I have to hype him up. I'm just so proud of you. I really am. I've watched Lyric time and time again step out of what was comfortable into something that was super uncomfortable, into something that maybe you were even like, I don't even know if I want to do this all the way. But I watched you at camp open up each day a little bit more. And then by the very last day, right before we left during worship, I have never seen so much joy radiate off a person. You just looked so free. You looked like you finally gave it all to Jesus, and just keep doing that. Don't stop. He has so much for your life. He really does. Today is a brand new start for you, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. I'm so honored to be a part of it.
And Lyric, I just wanted to take a time to speak to this moment. It's just so much bigger than you. Sometimes it's like, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? And so many people have been praying for you. And I think the beautiful thing about being a part of this More Church family is that I got to go to the Re-Engage program with your parents. And so to just hear the heart of a parent, like, pray for my kid, pray for my kid. And I know that so many of our hearts as parents, and you just feel like it's not going to happen, and their behavior does not reflect your prayers and your fasting and your interceding for them. And so this moment is just what someone else is believing that God can do for their kid, and you get to represent that today. So we would love to hear from you about what God's been doing in your heart at camp, since camp.
You made me emotional before I was supposed to speak. Before camp, I was struggling a lot, and I had I was overwhelmed the whole time. But during camp, He just brought me a sense of relief and happiness, and I knew that I was ready for this. And the love of the leaders and the friends I met there. I know Brady didn't plan on getting in this tank today, but I asked her to, and yeah, I'm just so glad I'm at this church with all these people just ready to grow with my relationship with God.
I mean, if you got her to take off her heels to get in the pool, we love you. You're so surrounded. We're honored to baptize you today, Lyric, and we know today's just the beginning. It's just the beginning of a really beautiful life He has for you, and there's nothing that can separate you from the love of God.
Congrats, Lyric. Hey, last but not least, my good friend Aiden. Woo! He's got a little something he wants to share with you guys about what happened at camp.
I just have a little piece of my story. My name is Aiden Arraez, if y'all don't know me. I just want to share a little piece of my story. First, I just want to touch on the games. Games very fun, very creative. I've been to plenty of camps, and I've never seen anything like it. But while I did have fun, I also had my spiritual moments. The first night, it was like worship towards the end of the service. And I was just back there just praising, worshiping, and Pastor Trustin just comes up and prays for me. And I just started crying and shaking. So I just want to thank you. I don't know where he is right now, but just thank you. And I remember just sitting there, just alone in the corner, just receiving God. Just sitting there absorbing everything. Just so grateful for that. And probably one of my favorite moments was Pastor Ty, our guest speaker. He told us to get in a group of guys, and so I just got like the closest guys to me. We gathered and we just prayed over each other, and so it was just so powerful. Just praying for the brother next to you, it's just so impactful, and I'm just so grateful for it. And just the brotherhood, the bond that we created. And last, I just want to thank all the staff and everyone who contributed, just for being a kettle and just not just pouring into me, but also everyone else, all the students that were there. I just want to thank y'all. That's it.
Come on, Aiden. Love you, bro. So good. What a great day, huh? Let's give it up for all of our kids, all of our youth students, all the leaders. We really couldn't have done it without you guys. We're so, just blown away really by what God did at camp. This is just the beginning. For everyone that got baptized, this is just the beginning of what God has for you. You have steps ahead of you. You may be scared, but just what Ty said, do it scared. Do it scared. You may not know what's ahead. You may not know what you're gonna do when you grow up. Me neither. Still, I don't know what I'm gonna do when I grow up. But God has more for you. We know it. We believe it. We love you guys. We're here for you guys.